This one's for those of you awake enough to care, all right? And I just got a couple questions for you guys. Hey, I see you popping in there. Good to see you guys. Peace out there. Hope you're staying safe tonight. So, couple questions for you. I want us to think about this kind of going into the weekend, all right? Thanks, Heather. Beast Mode. Thomas, good evening, guys. So, here's my questions for you guys. What do you think about compassion, all right? When you see a child in pain, do you think about a world filled with children in pain? When you see bombs falling, do you think about vengeance? Or do you think about the people that are suffering? When you see someone sentenced to prison, do you think about payback? Or do you think about that person waking up every morning to an iron cage? And do you think about the fact that the victim, that person may or may not have hurt, doesn't get anything from him sitting in that cage? When you watch a movie and you think about this stuff. You watch a movie and you see the boy who loses his dad. Do you just kind of smile and think, oh, it's a cool movie? Or do you think about all the kids who are going to be without their dads in the coming chaos? Because we have no justice and no law and no people who will stand up. When you see the lynch mob getting vengeance on the bad guy, do you say, no, that's not how it should be done? That's not justice. Or do you celebrate the lynch mob? You know, I was thinking today, and I did a live stream on my page, and I was talking about how people get angry with me because I'm always so candid. I'm not a very good politician. I'm not very good at telling you what you want to hear, guys. I usually say what it is, but people think I'm angry and they think I'm hateful. And what people don't understand is that every time my words lash, they lash me twice as hard because I get all the repercussions from my words. People don't understand that when I speak out against the police, it's because I love them enough to not want to be taken by the lynch mob, and I want them to change. People say that we're hateful and that we're angry when we're outraged by injustice. I look around, though, and I see so much hate and so much anger. I see so much pride, especially in the USA. America's the greatest. Let's bomb everyone. They deserve it. They don't deserve it. People do not deserve anywhere to be treated like animals. We can't have liberty as long as we want vengeance. Until we feel the pain of our neighbor, whether they did right or wrong, until you feel their pain, you cannot be free. Until our hearts are broken, they cannot be healed. I see people on both sides. People on the one hand saying, bomb all the people that oppose us. People in the middle saying, do what you're told. Leave me alone. People on the other side saying, I can't wait to get even. I can't wait to be the lynch mob. None of those will work. A French Revolution doesn't work. Hate doesn't work. And you have to make people understand that when you speak out and when you offend them, it's because you love truth. Now, you can be offensive out of anger, and that's your fault if you're doing that. And you have to not be vindictive when you shame people for their deeds like the police. I have to check myself. When I shame and call out the police officer on the street, I have to check my pride. Either way, the words I speak are truth, but do you understand what I'm saying? I have to check my pride to make sure that my heart's not wrong. Because what they do, what Blue ISIS does, what war does, what human beings do to each other in their violence, in their hate, it doesn't heal anyone, especially themselves. And if we do things out of hate, out of anger, out of vengeance, out of payback, we will never, ever be free, and our hearts will never heal, and our neighbors will never heal, and our grandchildren and our children will never be free. So if this is too real for you, if this is too serious for you tonight, you need to get over it. Because you know what? I've learned that I have to tell you the truth. It doesn't matter if I pander or if I tell the truth. Because at the end of the day, we have a society that wants to be entertained. You want to see me pull over cops and do activism, and I want you to love your neighbor. I want you to pull over cops and do activism and speak out. And so I can speak the truth gently and softly and beat around the bush, or I can tell you how it is. But either way, society will hate the truth either way. So why waste time? Why pretend? Why pretend with your family, your brother, your sister, your father, your son, your in-laws? We have to start telling each other the truth. And when you start telling the truth, and when you start hurting for people's pain and their blindness, and you set aside faction, and you love your neighbor. See, I love Jesus, and he tells me to love my neighbor. Maybe you don't believe in Jesus, and maybe we'll talk about that someday. But if we love our neighbor, if we have compassion, if we care, if I ever have the heart of, I'm glad they're suffering, they deserve it, I have to check myself, because it doesn't matter if they deserve it. Because if we all got what we deserved, we'd be in a bad place. So I just was thinking about this. I wanted to kind of throw that out there. Let you guys think about that. If you think it matters, you can repeat it. You can share it. You can make a video of your own. We need to think about this. And it doesn't matter to me if you believe, if your faith is the same as mine. What matters is that we can't heal when we're filled with hate for our neighbor. And our hearts can't heal as long as they're filled with pride and hate and arrogance. Until our hearts break, they can't heal. Until we love our neighbor. Until we have compassion on the suffering of everybody around us. We can't be free. You guys want to know the truth? I wake up every morning. This is weird. Maybe you're this way too. I wake up every morning and I start thinking of the names of people I know that are in jail, for good or for bad. I wake up every morning and I think of them waking up and looking at a concrete ceiling and thinking how hopeless everything is. And I realize that it's our job. It's our job to bring hope and to love our neighbor and to stand. That's just what was on my mind tonight. I know it's Friday night. Probably like this is not the thing that was on your mind, but I wanted to put that out there for you guys. I want you to think about it. Because it doesn't matter anymore if people call me crazy. Because I know the truth. Peace, guys. You be safe this weekend.